Hello everyone, welcome back to Express VTU for all. In this video, we are going to solve a very important problem from Module 2 which is based on recurrence relation. So the question is, prove that f of n, this is the function which is given here, for f0, f1, f2 are the Fibonacci number. So let's solve this question step by step. Solution. So our step 1 is, state the recurrence relation and initial conditions. State the recurrence relation and initial condition. What do you mean by state the recurrence relation? Means first we understand what is recurrence relation and what is the initial condition. So in this, the Fibonacci sequence is defined by the second order linear homogeneous recurrence relation. It means in this Fibonacci sequence is defined by the second order linear homogeneous recurrence relation, which is f of n equals to f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2, where our n is greater than or equal to 2. And what is the initial condition, which is f naught 0 equals to 0 and f of 1 equals to 1. These are the initial condition. So this is all about our first step. Now move to our second step, where we have to write the characteristics equation according to this function. Step 2, write the characteristics equation. So in this, we assume a solution to the form of, we assume a solution to the form of given function, which is f of n equals to r to the power n. We assume this function as r to the power n, where our r is not equal to 0. So now what is the function according to our first step, which is f of n equals to f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. Now we need to replace f of function with r to the power n. So the function become r to the power n equals to r to the power n minus 1 plus r to the power n minus 2. So now what is the highest power here, which is nothing but r to the power n minus 2. So divide this equation by r to the power n minus 2. So when you divide this equation, it become r to the power 2 equals to r plus 1, which is equals to 0. So when you take this side, so r square minus r minus 1, which is equals to 0. So this is our equation. Now we need to solve the quadratic formula, because directly we can't take the root. So our equation is r to the power 2 minus r minus 1, which is equals to 0. This is our equation. So now we need to calculate the root of this equation. So with the help of quadratic formula, we calculate the root. What is the quadratic formula? Quadratic formula, which is r equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So what is the value of a here? A is nothing but 1, which is the coefficient of r square, and b is minus 1, which is the coefficient of r, and c is constant, which is minus 1. So now put all the values in this quadratic formula to get the roots of this equation. So r equal to, b value is minus 1, so minus 1 and minus 1, this is plus 1 plus minus under root. B value is 1, minus 1 whole square is 1 minus 4 into a value is 1 and c value is minus 1. So when you calculate it, become 4 into 1 into minus 1 by 2, a value is 1, so 2. So r equal to 1 plus minus under root, this is 5 divided by 2. So plus minus sign is there, so two roots are there, which is alpha equals to 1 plus root 5 by 2 and beta equals to 1 minus root 5 by 2. These are the two roots we get from this r. So here our third step is completed. Now move to the fourth step, where we have to write the general solution of this equation. So our step 4 is general solution. So as we can clearly see that since the roots are real and distinct, so alpha should not equal to beta. So the general solution of this function become f of n equals to c1 into alpha to the power n plus c2 into beta to the power n. This is the general solution because the roots are real and distinct. That's why our general equation become this. So what is the alpha value here? Which is 1 plus root 5 by 2, and beta value is 1 minus root 5 by 2. So we can write it as f of n function, which is c1 into 1 plus root 5 by 2 to the power n plus c2 into 1 minus root 5 to the power n, after putting the value of alpha and beta in this function. So here our fourth step is completed. Now move to a fifth step where we have to evaluate the constant using initial condition. What are the constant, which is c1 and c2? So with the help of initial condition we will calculate this. So now move to our step 5 where we evaluate the constant using the initial condition. Means evaluate the constant which is nothing but c1 and c2 using initial condition. So again we write the equation f of n. This is a function which is c1 into 1 plus root 5 to the power n plus c2 into 1 plus root 5 to the power, so this is minus n. We can consider this as equation 1. So now what is our case 1, where our for n equal to 0, it means where our f of 0 equals to 0. This is our case 1 for the initial condition. Now put the value of n equals to 0 in this function. It become f of 0 equals to c1 into 1 plus root 5 to the power 2 divided by 0, sorry, root 5 divided by 2, 0, plus c2 into 1 minus root 5 divided by 2 to the 0. So anything power is 0, it become 1. It means we can consider this as a term. If a to the power 0, which is always equal to 1. So f not equals to, this is c1 plus this is c2, because this is 1 and this is 1 because the power is 0. So now what is f of which is equal to 0? So c1 plus c2 equals to 0. So we can clearly see that our c1 equals to minus c2. This is for the initial condition where f of 0 equals to 0 for the case 1. Like that we need to find for case 2 where for n equals to 1. It means f of one function which is equals to 1. These two are the initial condition in the starting, which I already told you in first step. Now put in this equation n equals to 1. So f of 1 equal to c1 1 plus root 5 divided by 2 to the power 1 plus c2 into 1 minus root 5 divided by 2 to the power 1, and f of 1 value is 1. So 1 equal to, this is c1 1 plus root 5 divided by 2 to the power 1, sorry 1, plus c2 1 minus root 5 divided by 2 to the power 1. Or we can say that this is our alpha and this is our beta. So 1 equals to c1 into alpha to the power 1 plus c2 into beta to the power 1. So in place of c2, can I write c1 minus c1? From this equation, wherever c1 equals to minus c2. So c1 alpha to the power 1 minus c1 beta to the power 1, which is equals to 0. So can I take c1 common in this equation? It become alpha minus beta, which is equals to, so this is 1, not 0, 1, because 1 is there, na? So 1. So now this is our second equation. We need to calculate first alpha minus beta. If we calculate this, we can easily get the c1 value. So now we need to calculate alpha minus beta first. So what is the value of alpha, which is 1 plus root 5 divided by 2, and beta value is 1 minus root 5 divided by 2. Now we need to take the difference, which is 1 plus root 5 divided by 2 minus 1 minus root 5 divided by 2. So 1 plus root 5 divided by 2 minus 1 plus root 5 divided by 2. So when you calculate it, becomes 1 plus root 5 minus 1 plus root 5 divided by 2. This will cancel out. It become 2 root 5 divided by 2. This will cancel out. So alpha minus beta is nothing but our root 5. So now put this in second equation, which is C1 into alpha minus beta, which is equals to 1. So what was alpha minus beta, which is root 5. So C1 into root 5 equals to 1. So C1 equals to 1 by root 5. This is the value of C1. And what is our C1, which is equals to minus C2. So now put the value of C1, you will easily get the value of C2. So C1 value is 1 by root 5, which is equals to minus C2. So C2 equals to minus 1 by root 5. This is the C1 value and this is the C2 value. These are the two constant values we need to calculate to find the main equation. So now put this value in our main equation, which is our equation first. So what is our equation first, which is f of n equals to C1 1 plus root 5 divided by 2 to the power n plus C2 1 minus root 5 divided to the power divided by 2 to the power n. C1 and C2 value is nothing but C1 value is 1 by root 5, C2 value is minus 1 by root 5. So put all the value. So C1 equals to, this is 1 by root 5, 1 plus root 5 divided by 2 to the power n plus C2. So this is our 1 divided by root 5 minus n 1 minus root 5 divided by 2 to the power n. So can I take 1 by root 5 as a common in this equation? So f of n equals to 1 by root 5. It become 1 plus root 5 divided by 2 to the power n minus, this is 1 minus root 5 divided by 2 to the power n. So this is the main function we need to calculate it. So we can say that this is hence proved for the given function. So like that you have to solve in the examination step by step to get the full marks. If you want these notes, link is given in the description box. You go and check it from there. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe Express VTU for all.